Why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it?
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you.
Race play, Shannon Sharpe. Race play? I didn't even want to talk about this, but the more videos I scroll past talking about Shannon Sharpe and this relationship that he had with this 19-year-old, and it's not just her with the race fetish. He obviously was turned on by these conversations as well, and he only released what she was saying.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like.
So this whole situation with Shannon Sharpe getting sued for $50 million just got even more insane, and now Katt Williams is saying he actually tried to warn Shannon that this exact thing would happen. However, Shannon didn't want to hear it. When Katt appeared on Club Shay Shay last year, he literally told Shannon that being a black man in the industry and running wild, lacking self-respect, and not having discipline when it comes to his bedroom habits could come back to bite him.
Big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I never been no movies.
Amen, amen.
Gee. I kind of didn't want to help.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why do you get blackballed?
Yeah.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. Something you wasn't supposed to be doing.
Who will tell it?
Fast forward to now, and here we are. Shannon's caught up in a messy lawsuit filed by an OnlyFans model who says Shannon did some seriously foul stuff to her when she was 19 and he was 54, and get this, Shannon even admitted to engaging in race play with this woman. So now fans are looking at Shannon sideways, saying he played himself hard and might have just fumbled generational wealth over his sick fantasies and freaky habits.
We didn't make it about race. Shannon Sharpe did when he started going to find 19-year-old girls and training them how to degrade him racially in the bedroom. When he continued a relationship with somebody that was talking about she wanted his black baby gravy and wanted him to put a big black baby in her. And that's just the text messages that he released. So I know it's some more nasty, weirdo stuff in there beyond that. That's what he felt safe to show.
But here's where it gets even deeper. This lawsuit just so happens to drop right when Shannon was about to sign a $100 million media deal. On top of that, just months ago, there were rumors of him trying to do a Part 2 Club Shay interview with Katt Williams.
Katt Williams said he left career-ending knockout blows out of his Club Shay Shay interview.
If you think about everything he said that was going to happen, it came true. And the fact that he's saying, I held back a little bit, he probably had stuff on people and he just used jabs instead of throwing that haymaker.
There's a possibility that you might hear the haymakers very, very.
So now folks are connecting the dots and wondering if this lawsuit against Shannon is really just a coincidence, or is Shannon being silenced by the gatekeepers for platforming someone like Katt? But what did Katt say about Shannon's downfall? Did Katt really try to warn Shannon that the gatekeepers would use his own character flaws against him? But Shannon refused to listen. Let's break this down.
The liar knows what lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer is over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still gonna be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer.
The Shannon Sharpe lawsuit just took a wild turn, and now it looks like Katt Williams saw the whole thing coming from a mile away. Katt apparently tried to warn Shannon months ago to clean up his act tight in his circle and stop giving the powers that be ammo to take him down, but Shannon didn't listen, and now it's playing out exactly how Katt said it would. And here's the craziest part: if the higher-ups really targeted Shannon to punish him, they didn't even have to dig. Shannon handed them the dirt. himself. Just look at the freaky text Shannon himself released, where his accuser talks about degrading him with race play. We're talking about a 54-year-old man letting a 19-year-old white OnlyFans model treat him like some sick fantasy. So now fans are calling it out for what it is: perversion, lack of discipline, and the exact kind of lifestyles the elites love to exploit when someone stops playing by their rules. But just to catch you up in case you missed it, on Sunday, April 20th, news came out that a woman going by Jane Doe filed a serious lawsuit against Shannon in Nevada, accusing him of graying her multiple times during a relationship that allegedly began after they met at a gym in LA back in 2023.
Just in, the Texas attorney who targeted Sean Diddy Combs with dozens of civil lawsuits on behalf of John and Jane Doe's allegedly victimized by the music mogul has a new target in his sights: NFL legend Shannon Sharpe. A brand new lawsuit was just filed in Nevada claiming Sharpe was manipulative and eventually Jane Doe, with the latest claims allegedly happening as recently as January.
Jane Doe is being represented by Houston-based lawyer Tony Busby, the same lawyer who made headlines recently for filing a bunch of lawsuits on behalf of Diddy's alleged victims, and even tried to sue Jay-Z in her lawsuit against Shannon. Jane Doe claims things went really dark during their short relationship. She claims it started off consensual, but quickly took a turn. According to her, Shannon met her in 2023 when he was 54. And she was just 19, and he instantly pursued her until she agreed to date him. But once they started seeing each other casually, Jane Doe claims Shannon started treating her like an object. She accuses him of choking her, threatening her life, secretly recording their private moments and sharing them without her knowledge or consent, and even saying disturbing things like wanting to do stuff to her that would make no other man want her. The lawsuit also says that Shannon somehow figured out how to get into Jane Doe's apartment complex without her knowing or giving him permission. But it gets even wilder. Jane Doe talks about one time when Shannon allegedly lost it on her, and during the whole thing, she says there was a gun nearby that she could clearly see. The lawsuit states, terrified for her safety, plaintiff tried sharing her location with friends from her iPhone just in case, but Sharpe saw her doing this the moment he realized what she was doing. He grabbed her by the neck and told her, "If you ever do that again, I will effing kill you." Jane Doe then goes on to claim that she tried to distance herself from Shannon after that viral IG Live moment last September when he accidentally went live while with another woman named Michelle. But according to Jane Doe, Shannon kept chasing her anyway, and she claims that on October 6, 2024, Shannon forced her to perform an act on him with his mouth while holding her down as she was sobbing, and the alleged attack didn't stop there. She claims that Shannon raped her again after this act, and then another time as well during an incident that allegedly took place in January 2025. The suit states Shannon Sharpe isn't just a sports icon, he's something far worse. He is a flawed, narcissistic individual who has spent years using his fame, power, and influence to manipulate, control, subjugate, and women. With this suit, plaintiff intends to put an end to this egregious conduct. Jane Doe is asking for a jury trial and $50 million in damages. Now, when the lawsuit first came out, Shannon immediately responded by posting a statement through his lawyer Lanny Davis on social media, and in that statement, he revealed the identity of Jane Doe, saying her name is Gabriella Zaningo, a woman who's pretty well known online, especially on OnlyFans and Instagram, where she goes by She Is Carly. But here's where it gets even crazier in his statement. Shannon not only denied that the relationship was consensual, but he also brought up some text messages he says came from Zuniga, which were pretty graphic. But here's the thing, instead of helping his case, these messages made things way worse for Shannon. Fans were already judging him hard for messing with a 19-year-old at his old age, and now they're giving him even more side-eyeing after finding out he's into race play too. So in these texts that Zuniga allegedly sent Shannon, she said things like, "I want you to put a big black baby in me, and you better crave it 'cause you're going to be stuck with it for life." Shannon's lawyer said in a statement that Zuniga's lawsuit is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars, also adding that the suit is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. The statement also hinted that Tony Busby is planning to release a video recording of Shannon and Zuniga to make a consensual encounter appear non-consensual. However, Shannon's clearly trying to get ahead of the narrative, and he claims that everything that happened between him and Zuniga was part of a consensual adult relationship that included role-playing language and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Zuniga. Shannon's lawyer also added. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of rape, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. Now, as for the audio recording that Jane Doe released, Shannon's lawyer is now saying that Zuniga heavily edited the clip to make things look way worse than they really were.
Say you're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. It is what it is.
what does that even mean?
You wanna be a to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
oh Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you. Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice.
Meanwhile, Shannon also posted a video online where he called the whole lawsuit a shakedown and accused lawyer Tony Busby of going after black men, pointing to Busby's failed case against Jay-Z as an example. Shannon said Busby is just trying to twist the story in the media and added that he plans to sue both Busby and the woman for defamation.
Family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
However, things got even messier after that. Shannon's own lawyer had to admit that earlier this year, Shannon actually did offer Zuniga at least $10 million to make the whole thing disappear. So on the one hand, Shannon's calling Zuniga a liar, but at the same time, he offered her $10 million to drop the whole thing. If it's all made up, why not just file a defamation suit right away instead of paying to keep her quiet? And of course, Tony Busby wasted no time responding, saying that Shannon's attempt to silence his accuser just proves he's worried. She has solid proof against him, Busby wrote. On Instagram, on the one hand, Mr. Sharpe and his lawyers claimed that the case filed by Jane Doe is meritless, yet on the other hand, they now have disclosed that Mr. Sharpe offered Jane Doe $10 million in writing not to file her lawsuit. That is a true statement. Jane Doe was in fact offered $10 million to settle, but rejected that offer, choosing instead to proceed with litigation. Sharpe's team is now trying to discredit and dox her. Sharpe and his team are now, as anticipated, also attacking me. We are not going to be deterred by these tactics. But just when you thought this situation couldn't get any crazier, reports surfaced revealing that Katt Williams allegedly tried to warn Shannon multiple times about his reckless lifestyle and lack of discipline. Katt apparently told Shannon that his personal choices would be the very thing the higher-ups could use to bring him down. See, over the years, Shannon has been at the center of multiple messy allegations, rumors about him being on the DL to accusations that he leaked his own private tape to shut down gay rumors. But after Shannon gave a platform to people like Katt Williams and Monique, who both spoke out against industry gatekeepers, it seems he became a target himself. And while Katt reportedly told Shannon multiple times he needed to clean up his act or he'd eventually pay the price, Shannon ignored the advice. And now it looks like it's all catching up to him with his involvement with a 19-year-old OnlyFans model and the whole race play situation. It didn't take much for the higher-ups to use Shannon's own behavior against him, and that's why many fans aren't feeling too Sorry for Shannon, they're saying he should have taken Katt's advice and stayed away from OnlyFans models and the whole shady Hollywood lifestyle, unlike Katt, who keeps his life private, stays in his lane, and doesn't go to any industry parties. Shannon was out there acting totally reckless at almost 60 years of age. Fans are also pointing out that even if Shannon didn't do anything criminal and the industry came after him to punish him, he still gave them something to go after. No one forced him to get involved with a 19-year-old at his age or mess with race play. So even if Shannon was targeted, he made himself an easy target by lacking discipline and morals. One fan said, "The more that comes out about the Shannon Sharpe situation, the more I'm looking at Shannon Sharpe sideways. Man is a damn weirdo messing with a 19-year-old at 54 years old and into race play." Award-winning journalist Ernest Owens also slammed Shannon and wrote, "A 54-year-old black man was engaging in race play with a 19-year-old white girl. I'm not supporting Shannon Sharpe, period. The end. It's legal, but it's also disgusting." And then someone else added, "Time and time again, Shannon Sharpe just continues to prove Katt Williams' point with the 'you have an unnatural allegiance to losers that's not like you' quote." But let's hear takes on this whole situation. Is Shannon Sharpe really being punished by the higher-ups for platforming people like Katt Williams? And do you think he fumbled his own bag by moving reckless and lacking discipline? Drop your comments below, and don't miss out on this next video.